Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. Now, when I pikin this Capo Daniel, when a chairman for the African People's Right Advocacy Platform, the chapter for Ambazonia, when a Ambazonian People's Right Advocacy Platform. Today, I want come for now for do some exceptional thing in defense of Ayaba, a Fon, a traditional ruler for Koshing. When a Fon one know you very well, he don't come out with all the village regalia. He can make out a very big statement where he don't make he the biggest fool who I don't ever see him. Make you not turn any man off, but make una take una time. Una watch this video where the fund for Koshing from William, he don't put up aside, he talk about Ayaba. Wa platform, one network for this organization, the African People's Right, the Ambazonian People's Right Advocacy Platform, now for defend the right of the people, the victims, the oppressed people, for fight me their right to be preserved. And that one include even Ayaba in this instance. Wouldn't be very critical for you, but make no mistake, we are patriots. And when we disagree with somebody, we criticize that person. It's not because we hate that person or we are trying to bring down that person. It's because we hate certain aspect that the person is pushing, or the impact or the influence that the person is pushing, which we believe is negative. So let's go to the video of the font of Koshing from William, His Royal Highness from Williams. We don't put the video out, maybe we watch them together.
Happy New Year to all the sons and daughters of the Northwest region. Happy New Year to all our dear elite of the Northwest region. This video is being done by Fon Wilson, Paramount Fon of Koshing Village from Menchum Division of the Northwest region of the Republic of Cameroon. This is a special warning we are giving to Ayaba. Let this message get to him where he is. This message is going to Ayaba in particular.
So now the font William that for Koshing, he done gather all the regalia for the wonderful palace, all the tiger skin them, all those elephant horn them, whether not the one made in China or not the plastic one them, we don't know. You know, royalty no be just the chair where you should don't on top. Now the person they make the chair me, the chair be royalty. If you take even a fool, you put it for on top king chair, it not gonna make you king. King, na that person where you represent them. A chief, a traditional ruler, they call you His Royal Highness, because they don't elevate you and it be hereditary. Would you respect this institute of fondom, chiefdom? And there is no other person that is more enthusiastic to push our own country value, our own traditional value than me, Capo Daniel, where they do the emancipation campaign. So when you see chief, it come up for the kind of way, they make video, they zoom them in, zoom them out. Now some very serious thing. Unfortunately, the message where from William is sent for here, when I listen them very well, when I listen them together with me.
This is the second time he's threatening funds of Norwest. This is the second time you, Ayaba, you are threatening funds of Norwest. And we have been quiet, and enough is enough. Ayaba, enough is enough. The nonsense and the rubbish you people have been doing for the past years, that we are not having peace in our country and in our region, is too much. We cannot bear it any longer.
So when I notice one thing, he say one same message for Ayaba, but it talks to the nonsense you people have been doing. It was send a particular message to Ayaba, but it talk the nonsense you people are doing. It shows say now one of those people the way they want for use Ayaba like a Pinocchio for destroy the whole struggle. We know say the war the fight them today, no be Ayaba start them. Ayaba na a radical person way he be down hearing for claim victory, say the 5 Cameroon gendarmes the way they be kill them before they want announce war. Na he be do one, but we know say no be he be do one. They be kill those boys and be been for a moyo job. No be Ayaba, you no get nothing to do with ADF. So the fact say war it go on, it no be Ayaba start the war. Na Paul Biya declare war. Na Paul Biya act illegitimately against lawyers and teachers dem wey dey protest for valid reasons dem. The whole international community be d'accord with that one. The American ambassador indict Paul Biya. Everybody have blamed Paul Biya for this war that we are fighting. So we must be very honest here. We respect our traditional leader dem. I want me Fon William and all pikin dem for Koshing, make una listen very well and make una know the truth, because the truth can never be hidden. Una hear.
Atanganji said the Ambazonians are more than Lucifer. It is true. Those were the real words that the minister was supposed to describe and classify the Ambazonia terrorists.
If you look the way he talk the shake head, the minister, you will know that he's not an honest person. If you want to quote anybody in this war, you cannot go and quote somebody like Atanganji Paul. Atanganji Paul is an ex-convict who was convicted for criminal extortion, that means 419, and was put in New Bear prison. We all have seen the mugshot. We have seen people who know him. We know his past history. Atanganji Paul is a person who was refusing that there is no Anglophone problem. But we know that the Grand National Dialogue have established that there was an Anglophone problem. How can you be quoting from ex-convict? Somebody who have been banned by his own chief in Akum. Somebody who was disowned by his own mother because of the wicked and evil things that he has done. If there is ADF today, even in Bamenda, there is fighting today in Bamenda, is because of people like Atanganji Paul who provoke our people who were being oppressed, who were being insulted, whose identity were being undermined by Paul Biya, who himself have come out to say that they try to assimilate us. So what is this phone really talking about? This is really disheartening, and this is a disgrace to nobility. This is a disgrace to chiefdomhood. I'm very ashamed of the phone of Koshing, but let us hear what he's saying to Ayabacho, and then we'll respond to him.
Ayabacho, you first of all threatened Fons last year that you're going to be killing them, cutting their head and hanging them on trees and on the street, and you'll be burning their palaces. You said you were going to be burning down Fons palaces. You cut their head and hang them on the street. And it happened. You did it.
So the first thing I say, yes, Ayabacho had threatened Fons that their heads are going to be cut and put on sticks. We don't know about the new threat he's talking about, and I'm sure there is no threat because I've inquired from people close to the palace and from many other people. There is no threat. This is just somebody trying to make a political speech to take advantage of the extremists of Ayabacho to try to destroy a legitimate plight of the Anglophone people. Make no mistake about this. And that is what we can never allow. You cannot use Ayabacho to attack the whole Anglophone or the Ambazonian struggle. And you are quoting a loose mouth person like Atanganji Paul who brought us the words, the voices. For goodness sake. Yes, Ayabacho threatened the funds. We all rejected that. It does not represent everybody in Ambazonia. Let us listen to what the man has to say.
When you made this speech, Ayabacho, you killed many Fons. They killed many Fons. They killed the Fon of Buchi, Fon Atanga Terence. They killed the Fon of Isu in Menchum Division. They killed the Fon of Asa Village in Dong.
You know, fellow Ambazonians, my country people them for ground zero. I want make una listen something here with me. Traditional rulers represent a bigger institution that have been handed to them by our forefathers, people who founded our villages, people that they are known for nobility. Nobility have three main qualities if you go and look in the dictionary. The first one is honesty. The second one is courage. Honesty to speak the truth. Courage to speak for your people, irrespective of the consequences. And the last quality is kindness, to be gentle and humble. This phone clearly lacks any quality that you can see. We all know that the phone of Esu was killed by Baban Dampolo, who is fighting to seize the land of the Eso people. We all know that the people of Eso have refused to install a new phone simply because they know that the Cameroon government took part in the killing and assassination of the phone of Eso. Yes, Ayabacho threatened the phones in Ambazonia. not in Northwest. And the Fon who was in question, the Fon of Inye, the Fon where General Ivor came from, I stepped in and I make sure Big Number did not kill that Fon, and he marched back into Inye with peace because that Fon was supporting the TTA. He did not want ADF to be in his village. Ayabacho was saying that threat in relation to that Fon, but a general statement which we have all condemned. But the least thing you can do, Mbe, is that you don't lie. You are lying a lie that everybody knows. You lose face, you lose credibility. You are a disgrace to fondomhood. For anybody in Asham, call Mbe and tell you, say Mbe, you don't mess up. It is so obvious that Atangajipo, who is the person who have put you people in that so-called chair there in the regional council or the chief house of chiefs. Remember that it is because of the Amber Boys that Paul Biya gave you people that house of chiefs that today you're coming and open your mouth to lie, to dishonor that office that you are sitting on. All those great regalia that you carry on your body, you open your mouth to disgrace them with an obvious lie. This is a shame. We may hate Ayabacho because of the things that he is doing, but we love every fighter. And people like Ayabacho is a product of Paul Biya. If Paul Biya did not declare war, people like Ayabacho will have no place in mainstream Ambazonia, let alone calling themselves leaders. Let's hear what he has to say so that we conclude.
The key the front of Ande village in Donga Mountain, the key the front of Javis village, all as a result of your threat, and you finally executed your plans with your boys on the field. Not forgetting the torture you gave to the Fon of Bambalang. You tortured the Fon of Bambalang. You tortured the Fon of Mejang.
So, Mbeng. We all know that it was General Nopiti, Field Marshal Nopiti, who arrested the Fon of Bambalang. We all know that the Fon of Bambalang was arrested according to the Marine Forces of Bambalang. They came out and they declared that Fon declared that he is going to fight Ambazonia. He declared that the people in the palace should collaborate with the Cameroon military to defeat the Ambazonian fighters. That made him part and parcel of the mechanism of war. So he was a legitimate target. We know that General Nopiti is not talking with Ayabacho. He has rejected Ayabacho. He has condemned Ayabacho. So why would you be trying to blame what Nopiti did to Ayabacho? Trying to scapegoat somebody because your real intention is to destroy the freedom for Ambazonians, for Anglophones, that they have been yearning for over 60 years since we came with La Republique. Even Maurice Kamto, the main opposition party in Cameroon, is still talking about the Anglophone problem. He even wrote a book called The Anglophone Problem. So when we see dishonest people carrying the traditional regalia, it reminds us where we are, that these are the people they have put there to come and represent us. What a shame. That's why I respect the Fon of Fonabumbi of Bafut, who have never entered their house of chiefs because he wanted to remain neutral during a period of war. That is what we call nobility. Being courageous to stand for the truth and to stand for your people. The Fon cannot take side, but in a place where there is conflict, the Fon should step aside, not give yourself to be used like a propagandist, reducing yourself to moja moja. Oh, this is a very big shame for the people of Koshing. But let us hear what he has to say. Let us hear around it.
You torture the Fon of Wazo. You torture the Fon of Wayne.
He said that the Ayabacho tortured the Fon of Mejang. We know that in Mejang, in Kom Boyo, the Queen Mother was killed by Cameroon army. I was the one who championed the cause for justice to preserve our culture, that a Fon mother is killed. They burned alive in the palace, sacrilege by the Cameroon army. We had to force people like Afuokom to come up and speak and ask for justice and even investigation. The Cameroon government did not even give investigation. They did not even comment because they killed and burned a queen mother in the palace ground. That is the real sacrilege. Yes, Ayabacho might have instigated violence but you cannot accuse him of something he did not do. You know, this is very bad to see a Fon reduce himself to be a puppet, a political pundit, to come and lie in the public. Where is your nobility? Where is your majesty? So anybody looking at this Fon, a liar, it's a very sad disgrace what our culture have become. This is a shame.
And you torture the paramount fund on so you took him with your boys, rob our tradition on the mud. It is sacrilege.
The Fon was arrested by the ADF and questioned, treated nobly, and released. He was released for questioning, and he has proven himself to be against the will of the people when he declared that he support one Cameroon, not only support one Cameroon, but ask people to collaborate with the Cameroon army. That is not acceptable. No Fon should do that to his people, especially when the vast majority of our population, 98%, according to scientific poll conducted by Christian Kadinatumi, of our people, they support independence. People had marched to their palaces and demand that their funds should withdraw political participation. The voice of the people are the voice of God. Every fund should represent his people. And if your people say do not go in the vast majority to yoke yourself with the state of Cameroon, you don't go. That is what nobility means. Not a cheap liar. Everybody knows that you are a liar and you are so cheap. Small money where Atanji pour and give you don't change your talk. They talk against your people them. Tomorrow now you go begin open door me they can enter key people them for inside Koshing. Shame. Shame.
It's a sacrilege. We, the funds, I'm talking.
He say it is a sacrilege. What more is a sacrilege than this? Look, fellow Ambazonian, what Paul Biya did to our traditional rulers. Gave them his picture or his statue to carry and walk on the street of Commercial Avenue in his absence to worship and honor him. Our chiefs are better than that. If there is any people who have rubbished our culture, are the Cameroon government. Our funds, our parliamentarians who entered into the parliament of Cameroon were called to go out because they were wearing our graffiti dress. Those are the people who have performed sacrilege, who have robbed our culture on the ground. Those people who have desecrated our land is not the Ayaba. Yes, the Ayaba might have committed his own crime, but that is only as a result of a war that was declared upon our people by La République du Cameroon. Let me play the last part of the speech, which is even the worst.
We have the funds or not. Yes. If the funds are quiet, but I've decided to talk out, I will not die in silence. I will not die in silence. I will say it out. I'll say it out and I'm ready for anything. It is nonsense and rubbish that you rob the Northwest tradition and culture in North and you disgrace funds of Northwest and we are sitting.
This Fon William is a disgrace. He is a disgrace. Today, fellow Ambazonians, I'm ordering the arrest for interview, not arrest for killing, not arrest for beheading. Our forces on ground to immediately take action to arrest Fon Williams of Ashong. He should be immediately arrested and questioned about these statement allegations that he is making against Ayaba, and question whether he has been bribed by Cameroon government or he's acting on behalf of the state of Cameroon, because that is what it appears to be. He must answer because he has lied. He has disgraced our culture in Northwest. Nobility do not allow funds to lie. If you don't have something, you stay quiet. Funds like Moja Moja, who is a thief and working for the B, we already know where he comes from. But to see somebody like this, Fon Williams, disgracing his people like that, is a shame. So let's hear the last part from him.
I wish I was the Fon of Mancon, like your family, Ayaba could have been banished on the entire Mancon land. And I am pleading and calling.
You wish you were the Fon of Mancon. You remember the Fon of Mancon was reduced to a baby, a beggar, by Paul Biya, who asked him to send his hand to greet Shantabia. A disgrace. Today you are talking about that the Fon of Mancon should banish the family of Ayaba. Listen, my fellow people.
The Fon of Mancon to do something to Ayaba family. While waiting on him, we, the Fons of Northwest, were going to take action against Ayaba and the other Northwest elite that have been disturbing our region. And
So, it talks to me the ban Ayaba family. Fellow Ambazonians, a chief we know for our tradition, even if there is a witch, Juju go at night, arrest that witch, whether na witch mami or na wood, and catch that particular witch and banish that witch, not the family. What is this? What type of nonsense is this? The family of Ayabacho have nothing to do with his actions. Yes, I'm saying this like somebody who Ayabacho have instigated the attack against my own family. But that does not mean that I will reduce myself to his level to ask people to attack his family, which I can do very easily. So what the chief is saying is criminal under every law. You don't hold people's family responsible for their activity. That is not acceptable. So this criminal, this chief have committed crime. What he's saying that should go and attack innocent Ayabacho family members who are going about doing their business, some of whom have no business to do with Ayabacho. They don't even likely they will not be even communicating with him because we know how this war goes. For you to send people to not go and attack Ayabacho, but to attack the family, and you call yourself a traditional ruler representing our culture, that is laughable. That is not Ambazonia culture. That's not Ngrafi man's culture. Von William is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. So, fellow Ambazonians, we must stand and fight for each other. It is very sad because when you see people like Ayabacho, they come out, they say Sisiko is not working for Ambazonia, he's working for his own person. Kwanga have taken bribe. Everybody that they disagree with and they cannot stand debate with, they will call you that you are La Republic. They are betraying patriotic spirit, and that is what have destroyed our struggle. Every Ambazonian who is fighting on the ground is a patriot. They are doing the right thing, but they have made mistake, including Ayabacho. When we come and we criticize him and his group, it is not because we hate him or we want to indict him. It is because we want to stop the negative impact he is having in the conduct of our struggle that is reducing our chances or even destroying our chances of having independence. We are going to defend the right of every Ambazonian irrespective of our political differences. The threat made against Ayabacho is unacceptable by Von Williams, and he should be arrested, if not by the Cameroon government, but by our forces, and questioned on the origin of such threats that are illegal. The issue that Ayabacho is a bad man cannot be used to blame all the atrocities that have happened against Fons on his head. We know that is lie. Nobility means honesty, courage, and kindness, and we must continue to exhibit such character in Ambazonia. Imagine yesterday, Cameroon was trying to kill big number. They killed 3 forces there. Some people of our people are saying that big number is working for La Republic. What a shame. He's not. There have been some compromises in our struggle because people, they have long hand. We all know those things, but it does not mean that they are working for La Republic. Including Chris Ano and Sako, who have eaten money for La Republic. They have been influenced, I believe, at one point by La Republic, but I don't believe they are working full-time for La Republic. I know that Sako in particular have had strong influence, and because of his history as a conman, can easily be bribed occasionally to work and influence things for La Republic favor. But for any Ambazonian to be accusing another Ambazonian that you are working for La Republic without any evidence, simply because you do not agree with their own position or their own approach and their own method, it is actually a treason on your part. And that is the reason why we have almost imploded into oblivion and our struggle have remained without any international support because of internal sabotage, bullying from hardline and extremism. So you can see that Ayabacho, his extremism to go out there and say that they should cut the head of Fons and put them on stick have given the enemy ammunition to come and attack the whole struggle. And that is the things we are always against. We are against people who carry out extremism on the ground. We are against Ambazonian leaders who make generalized extremist statements because they want to be hardline, that gives the enemy ammunition to come and criticize the whole struggle and condemn or tag the whole struggle as an extremist struggle. That is why we always try to separate our liberation movement from extremists and extremism to safeguard its integrity. We will continue to defend the right of every Ambazonia and to fight for the interests of all, and to do so patriotically and selflessly, because we are liberators and we are the true freedom fighters for our people. We'll continue to advocate for what we are advocating for. It is not, we don't try to bring down anybody in order to elevate our own solution. We believe our own solution is the best. I personally believe that I was inspired by God to propose that proposition, and I'm empowered and endowed by Him to make sure that it happened. We have had big successes internationally, and we'll be unveiling to our people a complete package of our proposition on a basis for negotiation with La République du Cameroon to secure our internationally recognized border, our identity, and the rights of our people. This war is about you. We are fighting for you. It is your rights that we must advance, and we are not going to play with that. We will hold it jealously, we will defend it jealously, no matter who is on the crosshair from the enemy. Von William is probably acting on behalf of La République du Cameroon to try to use Ayaba to discredit the whole struggle. Ambazonians want freedom, we want an end to Cameroon repression, we want to safeguard our identity and create opportunity for our people. We also want the pain of war to come to an end and for rational thinking to take place so that peace can reign. So, not just any peace, but a just and sustainable peace for our people. God bless you all. Ciao.